Welcome back to Spirit Squared. I'm Andrew Darrington, your host. Tonight, we're here at Truevine and Tyler. Thanks so much for Ryan and Tracy for letting us have this space. Really appreciate it. And thanks for being a sponsor of ours. Really appreciate that. Along with them, we have Red Construction. We've got Rex Consulting, Hoot and Holler Beverage in Gun Barrel City. We've got the Humidor with the Vols. And we've got Goosehead Insurance and Stanley's Barbecue. They just started breakfast, so get out there. Get you some breakfast at Stanley Barbecue. See my girl Heather. She's great, and she'll take care of you. So tonight we've got this is like, I've been looking forward to this for a couple weeks now. We had a guest back up. We punched you in. You were like our first tag in.
Awesome.
And so I was so excited whenever we connected and you said yes. We've got Dr. Alonso Osorio. He is a board-certified physician for family medicine and emergency care. He's also the local clinical director for Gameday, Men's Health, in Tyler.
All right.
Did I get all that right?
You nail it.
Oh, man. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Super excited to get you here in person. We've met before.
Yes. I had an appointment at Gameday, Tyler, and we chatted about a variety of different things.
Had a great visit. We'll get into kind of what your visits look like here in just a minute, but let's talk a little bit about your background. You're Colombian, right?
Okay.
You're born in Colombia. Yeah, you're born in Colombia.
Yes.
And so you're here in the United States. I could only fathom, like, what were your aspirations growing up in Colombia?
Everybody has a dream, and mine was to become a doctor. I knew early on that around 15 that I wanted to be a doctor, and I played tennis quite competitively, like you in golf. So I came to America first to try to be a professional tennis player. So I lived in Bradenton, Nick Blair Tennis Academy, now as known as IMG. It's a big training camp for juniors. And then I lived here in America, and I love the society that if you work hard, you get rewarded. And I realized, well, maybe I want to be a doctor in America, but it seemed to me a far-fetched goal. So around 16, 17, close to being a senior in high school, the show ER came up in Sony Entertainment Television, and I remember that guy on TV, and I said, I want to be that doctor because we didn't have that specialty emergency medicine in Colombia. So it was my dream, and you set a dream, and you have goals and expectations, and it was an obsession. And my dad told me, well, if you want to do it, you first need to finish your rural service in Colombia after med school, and then maybe consider to get your license in Colombia, and maybe consider to go to America. And by the way, it is not cheap because, despite that I was mid-upper class in Colombia, a dollar was 4,000, 3,000 pesos then, maybe more now. So my father had to work 4,000 times harder to procure a dollar to get me into the United States. So they funded my training here in America. Obviously, my accent has not gone away.
What did your dad do in Colombia?
He was a civil engineer that worked for the government for 25 years. And, but he was all about taking care of his kids. So first he promoted my tennis. Tennis didn't work out. My fallback plan was to become a doctor.
Right.
So I went back, and it was this obsession. So I took all the USMLE tests, passed the boards, applied for residency training. I ended up in the US.
Yeah. So you did residency in two different places.
All right.
Nebraska to start. Was there a reason why you picked Nebraska?
So as you guys know, we immigrants, number one concern that we got is to become legal. So as a physician, you have the possibility of getting a work visa or like in an exchange visa in which you come here during your training, then you have to go back and stay outside of the country for 2 years and then apply for the work visa. In this case, Nebraska is an underserved state, and I was trying to apply to emergency medicine 4 times back to back. I was told no 165 times 4. So I said my fallback plan is going to be family medicine because as a family physician, I could work in the ER, in the small rural ERs, but at least I'll be an ER doctor, not board certified in emergency medicine or trained in emergency medicine, that I'll be a full-like plan. So they say, okay, come in, do family medicine, we'll give you an H-1 visa, and that took care of my immigration part. And I was blessed that I had 2 H-1B visas, not only through the residency program at the University of Nebraska, but another visa with my employer, because in Iowa, next to Omaha, in Nebraska and Iowa, you only need 1 year residency training to be a physician in Iowa, because they're so short that they take anyone with a year of training. But I had come already with a year and a half of experience of doing care in Colombia, but medicine is very different in America. Here we do clinical medicine, here we base things out on technology. So a little bit of a shock, but I was barely 22 as an intern. I have finished medical school by 21, so I have my medical degree by 21. So when people see me and I'm 27, I'm 47 and a half, so I've been around for a while.
Yeah. Wow. Like Doogie Howser.
Well, there is no choice in Colombia. You finish high school, it's only 11 grades. So I finished at 16, wasted about 6.5, 7 months trying to be a pro tennis player. Then had to go back, and you don't do the college part. We don't do undergrad. So you go from high school to med school. So instead of doing 4 years of med school, we go 6 years altogether, and you just come up at the end of the funnel quicker.
Yeah.
Younger, but quicker.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. So then you finished residency in Nebraska. And how long are you in Nebraska?
So Nebraska was 3 years for family medicine, and then I had to go and get my labor certification.
Okay.
So they asked for American doctors. Hey, Dr. Johnson, you want to come on here in Iowa? I said, no, I'm sorry. So they have to offer the job to American U.S. citizens if they want to work in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Everybody says no, but you need to publish the opportunity on high circulating newspapers. And after months, if nobody takes the job, then the immigrant can take the job. And then when you take the job, you have to do it for 2 years.
Right.
And then the government immigration gives you, okay, you got a green card. You're good.
Oh, okay. So after your residency in Nebraska, you got your permanent resident?
After working 2 years in rural Iowa, everywhere.
Oh, okay. In Iowa. Gotcha.
And then the dream of emergency medicine stayed in my head.
Right.
Some paramedic told me, hey, doc, you're not a real ER doctor. You're just a family physician playing ER doctor in the
Snotty noses and stuff.
So I said, screw this. I'm going to go back, pursue another 3 years of emergency medicine. So I applied one more time. And out of the 168 that time around, I only got 2 interviews. And South Florida, Tampa General Hospital with USF gave me that opportunity. And talking about a mentor in the future, Dr. Kerry O'Keefe, gave me the opportunity of my life. So he didn't even care about my experience by then. He only wanted to know who I was as a person, because he knew I wanted it so bad. So thinking about that makes me feel like crying, because that was my dream, being board certified residency trained in emergency medicine. And I did that for 18 and a half years and didn't touch family practice ever since.
Right. Wow. In Tampa.
In Tampa.
In Tampa probably felt a little bit more like home, right?
Home.
Bigger. A lot bigger, but,
It was tumultuous part of my life, because I had come engaged from Nebraska with a girl from the Midwest, and that fell apart. While I was doing my night shifts, she was going out and ended up connecting with someone else. And
yeah, been there.
So I met my wife, though.
Yeah, for sure.
She's born and raised in Tampa, and then I didn't want to stay in Florida, so we said, let's go to Texas. And we ended up in San Antonio, then back to Tampa, and then after COVID, post-COVID, we decided to go back to Texas, and Tyler came around.
Gotcha. And I've got that coming up here in just a minute. You are licensed in Texas, Florida, and California.
Correct.
Why is it important that you keep those licensures?
Well, first of all, is the most lengthy, painful process that you have to go through to be a licensed physician from those states. A lot of red tape, fingerprinting, body scanning, background checks. They request all your licensing from your medical school. They have to be original. You have to immediately go to your medical school and retrieve the stuff for them. They retrieve the information from other databases, and they take forever. I mean, they dig deep, and they make sure that you're pretty much a good person.
Right.
And once I got them, I'm not going to just give them away just because. So I prefer to pay the fees and maintain the continued education that they require just to.
And if there was an event in one of those states, you could go there and treat patients.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing now that I can do telemedicine since I'm licensed in that state. Obviously, a physician cannot practice outside of their jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So if for a Texas license, the two jurisdiction is Texas, and for a California license, California, and for Florida, it's Florida.
That's awesome.
Gives me a little bit of flexibility in case the world comes to an end and
Right.
I have to go somewhere else.
So yeah, the second COVID.
Yeah, second.
Well, let's hope we don't.
Yeah,
That was rough.
that was very rough.
All right. So, did you guys just throw a dart at a map and come up with Tyler, or what was it? Because San Antonio, I get that.
Yeah, so as you guys can imagine, post-COVID in emergency medicine, we took the dump of everything that was happening in healthcare. So we took care of everybody. So
Yeah.
there were no jobs. And if there were jobs, they were paying little. We wanted to go back to San Antonio. They were paying half of what I was making in Tampa. Emergency medicine, we pretty much get paid sometimes by the volumes. The more you see, the more you will make. When you're for driven by RVUs, or for the more patients you see, the more money you make. But in this case, it was an employee system. I have never been an employee. And there's another mentor, Dr. Rizaro, that I found on the internet through a recruiter, and they really were interested talking to me. They were looking for people with 15 plus years to experience to open here Mother Frances Hospital, the new ER. So they wanted people with experience because there's a huge commitment to this community from Christus Health to bring excellent medical care. So Christus was an absolutely yes, and obviously Tyler is underserved, so they paid really well. And I'm the person that follows more a mission, a goal, a mentor, an idea. So I came behind him and everything he had to offer. Obviously, he's no longer within the system, but that's someone that pretty much is the reason why I'm here, because I was this close to go back to San Antonio, because actually he got upset because I was kind of flirting with another healthcare system in San Antonio right at the last minute, and he kind of grabbed me by the neck and said, dude, you committed to come to Tyler, don't tell me you're backing out. So Tyler ended up, and we fell in love with the town.
Yeah. When did you move to Tyler?
I got here March 1st. Literally, I got here to the Snowgeddon, snow.
Oh, yeah. 2019?
2021.
21. Okay.
2021.
Okay.
And no, we came, we toured the city, we toured the school. The people are very receptive. My wife loved it. Obviously, if the wife loves the town,
For sure.
I have to love the town. And for me, I'm malleable. I'm an immigrant. I go wherever I can go, and I just take everything. It's a blessing. It's just another opportunity, and I just go with the flow.
Yeah, for sure. So you do that for a while, and then this franchise opportunity comes open after COVID. So yeah, well, you get through COVID, which is like, we can talk about that, but I don't. That's just a blur part of my life.
So yeah, you say COVID is the demise of my career. COVID in emergency medicine was the peak and also the descent of my career, because people were dying. There is no one else taking care of other humans. We started being awful to each other. We distanced ourselves. The politics behind it, I don't want to get into that, but we were aggressive toward each other. Sure, the message was that we physicians were evil people, that you were coming to a hospital and we were going to hurt you and make you get the disease, or swab you and make you be all these crazy things. So we were evil. And we saw people dying, and I never seen so many people dying in my life. So you kind of burned the candle on both ends during that period. And then we came out of COVID like, oh my God, what was that? And then people got used to being abusive and disrespectful, and the whole world changed. I think we need to love each other a little more. And I ever since I tell people, hey man, I love you. I say, oh, what's wrong with you? I say, no, I just think we need to love each other and just let each other know that is human contact is important. And we learned so many lessons of that. So COVID changed my career, and definitely has been it made me change how I felt about the world, and I got also physically fatigued. My body started taking a beat down, and family was second place in my life.
Right.
So I got really depressed after COVID. And
The best thing we did. So Summer, she's in medical field.
Yeah.
I was in retail.
We're like-
we're forcing people to wear masks, and they don't want to wear masks. I'm in the pawn business. They're coming in to buy a gun.
yeah,
And they don't. And the government's giving us checks. So like we were selling everything. Like people had more money, like this free money, and they were just bringing in the money, and it was just a weird time. And so the best thing we ever did is we booked a flight to Las Vegas.
yeah,
And then we drove up to Zion National Park,
oh yeah,
and we were able to take the mask off and hike together, the two of us. We hiked Zion National Park for 3 days. Then we drove up to the Arches and did that hike. And then we went to Salt Lake City, and we hiked all week. Just the two of us, talked, laughed, joked. We didn't have to wear a mask, and that week was a game changer for us.
yeah.
It just set like our batteries back. We came back. We dealt with it for I think another probably like 6 months to maybe around 6 months. She had to deal with it for longer because she was at medical field. But man, that was such a charge of the batteries that hey, the world's still here.
Yeah,
We still have great things to look at, and we have our health. That was the other main
important thing.
we had our health, and we being able to do some of the things we did hiking wise and some of the elevations, it just kind of reinstilled hey, we're okay, we're healthy, we're gonna make it through, it'll be fine.
Are you looking to optimize your drilling rig operations and maximize productivity? Look no further. Rex Consulting is here to power your drilling. With over 20 years of industry experience, our expert team provides tailored solutions that drive efficiency, safety, and profitability. From site assessments to cutting-edge technology integration, Rex Consulting is your trusted partner for land-based and offshore oil and gas drilling solutions. Ready to take your rig to the next level? Contact Rex Consulting today and send your operations to the next level in operational performance. Contact Josh Simmons at 918-637-9181. Rex Consulting, level up.
Hey, podcast listeners, are you in need of some top-notch libations to elevate your next gathering? Look no further than Hoot and Holler Liquor Store in Gun Barrel City, your go-to liquor store for quality drinks. From smooth bourbons to crisp wines and everything in between, Hoot and Holler has one of the largest and most diverse selections in East Texas. Planning a special occasion? Let our experts guide you to the perfect bottle. You'll receive excellent customer service not offered in the big box chains. Visit Hoot and Holler today and let the good times flow.
Vault Arms is your premier destination for all things firearms. Extensive selection of handguns, rifles, shotguns, and accessories. Knowledgeable staff to assist you in finding the perfect firearm to fit your needs. State-of-the-art gun range equipped with the latest technology for a safe and thrilling shooting experience. Take advantage of our professional shooting instruction and training programs suitable for all skill levels. Host your next group outing, corporate event, or bachelor party at our spacious and secure shooting facility. Committed to promoting responsible gun ownership and firearm safety. Fully licensed and compliant with all state and federal regulations.
Let's talk about game day.
Yes.
So how did that come about?
Well,
Because it's last year, right?
yeah,
When you guys launched?
my wife and Gameday saved my life. I'm going to put it that way. And the reason I'm saying saved my life is because you come to this peak of your career that you think you have accomplished everything and you have met all these challenges, and I have fulfilled my childhood dream, and then what's next? The ER is lonely, the pressure is immense, the demands are high, the entitlement is off the wazoo. There is not enough speed or time or volume. You have 10 things flying on the air. Patients want more and more and more, and there is so much you can do. And this is despite 6, 7, or 8 physicians working at the same time, moving through noise and signals and trying to detect that if you're dying or not. So I just realized, man, I don't think I can do this anymore. And then I started having this persistent dream 2 summers ago that I just felt that he needed to drive into an incoming vehicle. Wow. And I thought that was the only way out because I just didn't see a way out. I just saw myself in this tunnel, 10 more years, clocking in, clocking out, the same grind, opiate addiction, chronic illnesses, time bombs ready to blow up,
Unreasonable metrics.
non-compliance, administrative pressures, financial pressures. It is tough. You cannot imagine what it's like. And I don't want to go into details because I'm really thankful for what I did for that year.
Sure.
But you guys don't really understand. So the only thing that I'm going to take advantage of of saying that is that if you see an emergency physician at work and you maybe see him for 15 seconds doing nothing, it's because we're literally taking a little break because you don't understand what we go through sometimes. And we really care about you guys. So for my colleagues out there, that are going to continue on the grind, I did it for 18 and a half years, and I think it was just enough.
Yeah.
So I felt
Similar, that role is very similar to like police work, where you don't understand the collateral damage that's done and the mental anguish that happens, especially when you went through the time frame you went through.
Yeah.
Like you're going through that time period of COVID where you're, staff's quitting and you've got people dying and I was listening to a podcast today where it was talking about like the amount of impressions, like significant life impressions that like the average person has 5. So that's the death of your parents, and then maybe like you get in a car accident that you feel like maybe your life was endangered.
Yeah.
Maybe you have an event where something malfunctions and it was significant, or 5 is the average for a normal person.
Yeah.
And for a police officer, at the end of the career, it's over 200.
Oh, I bet.
Okay, easy. So, but think about like what trauma people have over 5.
Yeah.
They lose a parent early in life. They have a traumatic event. They have an adult molest them or hurt them, in some way, and how much that affect over 200.
Yes.
And for you guys, I think it's probably very similar.
Yeah, what is sad to see is that the burnout rate of emergency physicians based on the most recent survey of Medscape is about 86% of us are completely burnt out and we're looking for a way out. And it has to do with that. Emergency medicine went from being top 10 choice for U.S. grads to go into as a specialty. And last year's match, like as a specialty choice, is the very last one with the largest amount of positions open. So what we thought to be a significant amount of abundance of ER doctors, now we're going to not have many enough for the next and coming decades. So
it's going to be substitutes.
Yeah. So
physician substitutes.
There is new people coming through the funnels, but I hope that they find ways to mitigate the burnout.
Yeah, for sure. We got to get back to the game day, Tyler.
Let's do it. So game day saved my life. My wife saved my life because it gave me a hope, a way out. We look at very different avenues to diversify my practice. How can I get out of the daily grind?
Yeah.
We thought about reinventing the wheel, and Gameday simply provided the blueprint for me to do what I enjoy the most. And all my life, I've been passionate about health and wellness. But then I realized, oh my God, this is chronic illness. I'm not fixing anyone. It's like patch and fix. I need to do something that actually is healthy people like you when we met.
Right.
That is like, oh, you're healthy. Actually, thank God. You're like 1 of 100.
Right.
But when you can make an impact like that, sometimes it's more meaningful. And I'm at the stage of my career, the last part of my career, in which I realized, okay, I did the fun stuff. I did the excitement, the trauma, this and that, the broken bones, the blood. Now it's time to chill out and listen to my patients. We were talking about listening and how important it is to listen. Now I sit down and I learn more. Some of these guys in my clinic, guys and girls that come along, we just developed a friendship. I have developed 5 good friends out of the practice.
That's awesome.
So it's a new chapter for the last episode of my career.
Right. And when I visited, there's like a good vibe there.
Oh yeah.
That's the greatest thing about it is everybody seems happy about being there and upbeat and positive, and it doesn't feel like a practice.
Yeah.
Because I recruited doctors for a while. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah. So I recruited optometrists. So my field was optics eyes, and so I've been in a ton of practices, and you can feel the energy in practices, and for one, very welcoming. There was a pretty warm. You came out, did a warm introduction after I was already checked in. Everybody knew that I was a first-time patient.
Oh yeah.
So there was a little extra that was done, like, hey, this is where this is. You have refreshments. Hey, this is where this is located, and the restrooms here. There was extra touches. Just saying that. And then everybody was happy, though.
Yeah, we are.
And they're happy about answering the phone. They're happy about the patients there. You go into some practices and they don't want the workload at all.
Yeah.
And it
Go to the ER.
unless you're somebody they know.
Yeah.
Right. So the franchise opportunity comes around. You officially opened last year.
November 20th.
No, November 20th to 24.
Yes.
You open up. You're also part of Gameday International Advisory Board.
Correct.
So I've never been a part of any advisory board, international advisory board. What are some of your responsibilities as an international advisory board member?
As you can tell, I'm very passionate about it, and that was just like the perfect touch to the whole new part of my life, because I wish I could get credit, but it was Dr. Evan Miller, the founder of Gameday. Now, by the way, we have about 369 locations in the UAE and 40 in Canada.
That's awesome.
We're the largest healthcare brand in the world. And the reason behind creating the International Medical Board, we're growing and expanding. So this is not just the US now. So we wanted to unify the care across the community of providers. So we have about 150 doctors and more than 400 nurse practitioners and PAs that are the network. So I'm one of the owners, local operators, locally, franchise administrators, and by the same token, I'm the clinical director and medical director. I own the East Texas territory. By the way, we're opening in Longview within the next few months. And
Nice.
The advisory board was created with the purpose of setting a higher quality standard of care and unifying criteria of how we're going to take care of men, not only across the United States, in Canada, and across the world. So you said we have this nice, cozy place that is more like a chill out, relaxed environment with nice drinks and snacks and protein bars, and it's not your cold wall. It smells good. We smile at you, like, thank you for coming. We take it slow. We're not directed by insurance, and this is where you and I kind of let go and relax and show vulnerabilities, because you cannot imagine how hard it is to get a dude into the doctor if it's not because his wife said so, or finally when he's in there at the very bottom with the engine light just blinking for months, finally he realizes, oh, I need to do something about my body, my health. Like,
Right.
I am not who I used to be. And most of the time it's the wives that make the call or take the initiative to take them to come in. So the advisory board, I'm extremely proud because it's 15 of us, and we set policy for a company that is aiming to provide better care for all men in America. And we don't have insurance to tell us what to do. We do what is needed to provide good care. They're not going to tell us how much blood work we can do or not, what tests you need or not, how much testosterone you need or not. If your sexual health is important, that your unit doesn't work, how important that is for men. And a urologist doesn't have time to spend an hour talking about your private sexual intimate life.
Right.
So we sit down and we literally deconstruct the environment of your situation, because sometimes it's here, sometimes it's organic. So
Right.
it's not only testosterone, it's a whole balancing between mind, body, and soul. We just try to kind of take care of everything all together. So that's what I enjoy. I actually spend time with my patients. School has spoken to the doctors for 60 minutes and getting test results in 20. Nobody. I can tell people here in Tyler, tell me the amount of time that you have been to the doctor and you've been listened to from probably max 5 minutes. It's very difficult. So we listen. We're not rushed. I don't have to fulfill an agenda. I'm happy seeing 6 to 8 patients a day.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. All right, so let's talk a little bit about some of the treatments.
Sure.
Some of the things, ailments, chronic illness, I think is what you used, or let's talk a little bit about that. So we'll start out with the reason, I keep freaking hitting this lapel deal. The reason why I reached out and booked my appointment was I fell off. Like I just didn't feel, I felt lethargic, but I'm post 45.
Yeah.
So I'm 47.
We're there.
And I have my colonoscopy first time because my dad had colon cancer. So, I was like, I need to go ahead and get this done. But I get that done, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it was my mind or what, but I start feeling off. Like, I'm in a tailspin. Here I am going towards 50. And so I'm thinking, hey, look, I think it's testosterone. I think I need some testosterone treatment. Ended up, thankfully, I didn't need it. There were some other things that I needed done.
The Humidor is your online cigar retailing headquarters. Our experienced staff has spent years finding some of the best cigars from around the world to sell to our customers. If you're looking for an online cigar store that can help you find your next favorite smoke, welcome to the Humidor. We began the Humidor because of our deep appreciation of the finer things in life, a good conversation with friends, an aged whiskey, and, of course, a fine smoke. That's why, in addition to selling premium cigars online, we also operate a brick-and-mortar cigar lounge in Tyler, Texas. Our lounge is crafted to provide a classic ambience with modern sensibilities, and we've spent time ensuring that smokers and non-smokers have an enjoyable experience, whether they're there for a drink with friends or to enjoy the game.
If you are looking for a reputable builder with a proven track record and a client base to back it up, give Red Construction and Development LLC a call. Red Construction offers full design build services for new construction, custom homes, and remodeling with free site evaluations. They have an A+ rating with the BBB and are proud members of the Tyler Area Builders Association, Texas Association of Builders, National Association of Home Builders, and the Lindale Area Chamber of Commerce. Red Construction and Development LLC stands behind the exceptional quality of their work and have the expertise, the resources, and dedication to deliver the results you need on time and on budget. To learn more, give them a call at 903-630-8660 or visit them online at redconstructiondevelopment.com.
But talk to us a little bit about some of the things. Do you think that that's maybe like one of your primary things that you see, or it's one of, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so the core of services, the big three are testosterone health, vitamin therapy, medical weight loss, peptide therapy, and aches and pains, musculoskeletal injuries. But the bulk of the practice is hypogonadism or low T, low testosterone. So the symptoms could be very vague. Usually you just blame it, I'm just tired, I'm just getting old, and we blame it on getting old. You're not sleeping well, you put belly fat in the waistline, you're kind of shifting that muscle mass to the weird places or it starts fading out. Maybe some joint pains, aches, you don't recover. The unit, the performance in the bedroom is not the same it used to be.
Right.
The wife notices maybe that you're more irritable, that you're a little bit more of an asshole, that you don't have enough energy to spend with the family. So for us, it's trying to see if is it low T because the symptoms and signs of low T, sometimes they overlap symptoms of depression or other chronic illness like hypothyroidism or low thyroid, right? Or simply medications are doing the bad thing to you, or you just simply have a crappy lifestyle. You don't get good sleep. If you did the basics, I mean, if you guys do the basics and you do it well, which is get 8 to 9 hours of sleep.
Right.
If you eat well, consume the right amount of macros and protein, avoid processed foods. Pretty much all of us will have to dump everything we have on there at home. You get plenty of sunlight, vitamin D3, supplementation. You find a way to minimize the amount of stress, which everybody has a stress. So call it going to church, call it meditation, call it spending time with the kids. And man, don't let yourself get fat, because once you get fat, your testosterone goes down to the trunk and maybe you got to sleep apnea. So we try to dig deep into what's the root cause. We don't push testosterone. We're not there to use you. We're there to optimize you. So if you come to the Gameday, we focus on you and I, the typical man in between the ages, maybe 35 to 65, but specifically you and I, maybe close to 50. We think it's the andropause, which it is, but we just don't feel right.
Yeah.
So that's where the beauty comes. So we create a treatment plan that we tailor to you. And suddenly we have these guys that 6 months later, now we've been open 8 months, I have seen them blossom.
Oh, 100%.
We call it the spunk. Joe or Martin has a spunk. Look at their body, their posture. They're walking like this and they're like this. Like the brain fog is gone. The depression is gone. They put on muscle in the right places. Their performance in the bedroom goes up. Some of these guys sometimes are walking in too late. I think if you start seeing performance in the bedroom issues, it's way too late. If your organs, your genital organs are not working properly, something has been brewing for a while.
Yeah.
Actually, now we know, by the way, that erectile dysfunction is a harbinger or the canary in the coal mine of an imminent cardiovascular event that will happen within the next decade. So if a man notices that the unit is not working properly, then something's coming.
A part is it.
Yeah, man. So we try to kind of get everybody, create awareness. We want to create awareness. We feel that everybody deserves to know their numbers. The numbers, I mean their T levels, and we do that as a consultation. We'll run your T in the office, your PSA, your prostate level, and your hemoglobin and hematocrit, and simple blood test, pinprick, and a quick, we get the results in 15, 20 minutes. It increases my flow, and my patients are super.
The other thing I liked is that you have that machine that you hold on to.
Oh, yeah.
And it takes your BMI. And I remember us meeting, you were like, yeah, you're doing a great job up here.
On the upper body.
But you need to do some work. Work. So yeah, talk about how important that is.
So the thing is, pick one. I mean, you guys can have argument on which one is the best machine. As long as you're reliable and consistent in measuring the same person always in the same one, it's better than a scale. So this one is called InBody, and I'm the best one in the region. You can actually type inbody.com and see how many units are in the East Texas region. So I got the best one in town. So it's a body composition analysis. We can have, there's another one in town that's like the body imaging, and if you add them together, it's probably better data, but they're expensive. But the beauty is an added benefit to our members and our clients that you're solid, you're pretty, you're not big bone, but you have a lot of muscle mass. It's sad to see that somebody is like 220 pounds and they have 140 pounds of fat, right, and very little muscle. So when you go to the doctor, they say, oh, you're just 220 pounds. So that gives me accountability, your baseline, and when I put you either on testosterone or peptides, and I see you back in 6 weeks, oh my God, Andrew, you look so good.
Yeah.
And look at all the improvement. Your visceral fat is down, your muscle mass went up 7 pounds.
That's the thing that hit me in the face. It's like, dude, I just told you you're skipping leg day. Yeah. And you know what? So I work out with a guy locally, and he was like, hey, we're gonna skip squats today. And I was like, Dr. O is not like that.
No.
You can skip them, but I'm gonna have to do it.
These are the biggest muscle groups.
Yeah.
And that's where you burn the most calories. And guys, it hurts so much. You're so sore for so many days, but you just miss, whatever.
Right. All right, so we hit on a couple of them. What about fatigue? Like you treat that component? It was something that was listed on your website.
Yeah, the guys are tired. They fall asleep in the middle of the day. They feel that they can accomplish that. They cannot get through the day because testosterone peaks in the morning and it rapidly declines. It's at the highest in between 7 and 8 a.m. and then it drops by 5 and 8 p.m. You're at the lowest. So, hey, honey, I'm home. Just give me a beer and let me sit on the couch. I don't want to do nothing. The kids want to play. Maybe she feels like doing something after hours and you're like, I'm done. So if you start your day with a testosterone 1,500 like my friend here, you're going to have probably 700 by the end of the day, and that's good. But if you start with 300, imagine what's going to be by 8 p.m. They're done.
50.
Yeah. Like, literally, I have guys waking up with testosterone of 54. Oh.
So there definitely needs some supplement.
Yeah. There's fatigue, somnolence, falling asleep, muscle loss, aches, pains. You just feel depressed maybe. You're not getting proper sleep. You just cannot stay asleep. It's very vague and insidious. It's like a slowly creeping cancer, but it's a metabolic issue.
Yeah. Awesome. We talked a little bit about weight gain.
Yeah.
Is there something specific that you just tell them, hey, look, we need to get you on a diet program?
Always.
Or
I'm always I love to talk about food, and actually that's my goal always. In the ER, I'm not allowed to call anyone obese because they get offended. But here, if you're trying to optimize, that I'm gonna make you aware that we have to set goals. So nutrition is fundamental. I calculate your macros. We discuss the amount of protein and carbs and fats that you need to put in your body, the amount of exercise that you need to do, what's your basic metabolic rate, meaning the amount of energy you're going to be spending by doing nothing,
right,
and how much you're going to be spending by exercising. Maybe get a health tracker that measures your sleep and your calorie expenditure, and I'm going to come up with a plan, and I'm going to set the goals for you, and I say, I'm going to see you in 6 weeks, and you can come to this place. If you're a member, you're part of the club, you can jump on that machine as many times, and I'm going to make time of my time to talk to you and hold you accountable.
All right, so we've already talked a little bit about ED.
Yes.
But you specialize in low-intensity shockwave therapy.
Yes, sir.
And talk to us a little bit about that and how you integrate that with... So do you see more of the weight gain, or is it the heart? You already talked a little bit about the heart issues. Talk to us a little bit about just ED in general. What type of things do you experience?
Okay, so let me start by saying this.
And honestly, the first thing I'll tell you is that I talked to quite a few just people I know, and it's more prevalent than a lot of people. A lot of men think. A lot of men like to keep it private, and they need to see somebody.
Yeah.
Like, if you're having a medical event, and like you said, the next 10 years, and this is an issue, like, you need to get it addressed now.
We better do it.
Like now.
Like now. Because imagine of the sexual organs, your penis, has the smallest capillaries and blood vessels in the corpora cavernosa. So if they're clogged up and full of plaque, what's happening to the brain arteries and the coronary arteries?
Yeah.
If you don't get flow down there, you're not going to get it soon somewhere where you have bigger diameter. And that's the smaller, so imagine what's creeping into your heart.
Right. It makes sense.
It's concerning. So
is weight gain the first thing you attack, or it depends on which?
Well, I do a global approach. I tell them, okay, let's look at your diet. Let's look at your sleep. There is inflammation in your system. There is a chronic condition. You have low T. We're going to get your levels back to normal. We are going to optimize that. Once we optimize your testosterone, what's going to happen to your private life? Okay, it's awake. That's all I needed. Cool. Okay, now let's work on this, on the visceral fat that is so inflammatory, that is giving you diabetes and probably give you high blood pressure, probably give you sleep apnea. So wait. Right. So testosterone is not a weight loss medication, but it's the coal to the fire. It's going to give you the energy to metabolize everything, take on.
Be a man again.
Yeah. because that's what we do. People think it's a sexual hormone. I don't think it's a sexual hormone. For me, it's more
A stabilizer.
a presence, an engagement, a C-suite personality, a salesman attitude, a persona, a capacity to think clearly, make decisions, be energized, be ready for my wife, receptive for the things that she tells me. For me, it's just like the juice of life. And I if you tell me, doctor, how long you been on it? I've been on it for 13 and a half years. So if I go broke, I'll quit a lot of things. And the last thing that I will ever give up is my team. If I cannot afford it at the very end, okay, maybe I'll give it up. But if I can't keep affording my team, why am I going to give it up if I'm feeling so good about my life? And I don't need to be here or here. I just need to be optimized.
Right.
So once you're optimized, everything starts sinking in. You get healthier. Your risk of diabetes goes away. Your risk of cardiovascular disease goes away. Your bone health gets better. Your chances of premature dementia will go away. Obviously, your sexual life, why not? It's going to get even better.
Yeah.
And suddenly, it's going to be a new Andrew. It's like some women said, thank you for bringing my husband. And they cry.
Wow.
I'm like, this is the guy that I met 20 years ago.
Right.
Or they bring me their husband and say, hey, I'm fixed. My hormones are perfect. I'm on testosterone. My estrogen, my progesterone is golden. I am all over him. He doesn't want to do anything with me.
Right.
Fix him. And they bring him by the hand and they put him in my office. And then 6 months later, this guy is so confident. And their marriage has been safe.
Right. So, and they're probably better at work.
Yeah. Better father. A better husband, a better employer. We actually have done studies that we've done testosterone, giving testosterone to salesmen.
Yeah.
And their productivity max out and they sold like 25% more.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It is crazy. Not everybody needs it, and I'm not telling you have to be on it, but if that's something that you think it's a culprit on this big symptomatology, why not to come here and find out if that's you? And I'm not going to sell you tea. I'm just going to tell you, hey, come in, let's get a comprehensive treatment plan that will get you to reclaim your game.
Right. Talk to us about this low intensity shockwave therapy. So, what, is it mostly on injuries, or is it a little bit of everything? Because what I heard, it treats quite a bit.
Yes. So, it's FDA approved for musculoskeletal injuries, and that's the goal. And I have the only machine in East Texas. Everybody was going to Dallas or Houston for the treatment. So, I have a focused wave, low intensity shockwave. It's not shock electric; it's sound wave.
Okay.
So the theory behind this comes from the World War II, when an explosion in water, that wave expanding, killing people inside submarines, and you get battle trauma from the pressure, the organs burst. So this is the same machine in a smaller scale that was used for lithotripsy and breakdown kidney stones, that is carrying smaller with lower intensity, and is focused sound wave blasted to the tissues. So we blast the tissues, okay? We create inflammation in the area of pain for muscle, tendon, skeletal injuries. We chop your golfer's elbow. We bring you in once a week. We deliver inflammation, micro trauma, and your own body heals itself. I'm not giving you a shock. Your body heals itself. I bring growth factors to the area. Your own cells expedite the signaling of healing. And I don't have to use a steroid shot. I don't have to use ibuprofen. I use ice, some flexibility, some strengthening. I give you a few tips. And these people, they're plantar fasciitis, their rotator cuff bursitis, tendonitis, their muscle strain. And give me 5 sessions, give me a month before you put yourself under the knife. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, at least you don't have to cut yourself. Like if I fixed it.
I can imagine that would be very beneficial with neck pain, back pain. Because that to me, that surgery is like an all-in.
Yeah.
You have neck or back surgery, that's life-changing.
But here's the thing. In America is the only country that I have seen that back pain is treated with surgery. Why? It's a $55,000 to $75,000 revenue for a hospital.
Right.
Why do I want to give you a massage or tell you a cold plunge or get a stronger core?
Right.
That doesn't pay the bill.
Yeah.
So in my case, I'm just giving you an option before you get under the knife, because I know if you have good insurance or you're willing to pay cash for a back surgery, they'll take you.
Oh yeah.
They'll cut you. But 90% of the people walking around with back pain have a herniated disc that they never knew about.
Right.
So if I do an MRI on you today, oh, you have L4, L5 herniated. Do you know that? No. Okay, but are you in pain? No, but let's cut you just because it's herniated. So this technology is something regenerative that the body takes care of itself, and it's a beautiful option. People think shock. No, I'm not shocking you. I'm delivering a little bit of intensity. I crank it up based on the tolerance, and there is a protocol for it, but the results are pretty amazing. I actually have a bunch of podiatrists and chiropractors that say, hey, Dr. O has the best machine in town. Go and see him. So if that's something that is nagging for you guys, it's an option. It's a non-invasive option.
Yeah, same thing with like knee pain and things like that.
So, and you asked what else you use it for. So obviously after we have a special pro for musculoskeletal injuries and the depth of penetration, but is an off-label use for the management of erectile dysfunction. We have heard that we have a special probe that it's a wand that we go up and down the shaft and down in the taint and kind of break plaque in there. So we mix that with plasma therapy, an injection in the penis called the P-shot, and combined is 1 + 1 is like a 3 or 4. So they're regenerative. So
this is after T's been tried and it hasn't been successful.
We actually have a maintenance program. We call it we have guys that don't have ED. They come and get a P-shot every year, every 6 months. Obviously, we've been open only 8 months, so the goal is to get 2 during the year course and get 1 session of shockwave every 2 weeks or every week, just to keep the unit flowing, keep the juices moving, keep the nerves healthy, the blood vessels patent, and it is amazing. I actually did it to myself and it works like a charm.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you want it to be healthy.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to tell the guys what to expect. Is it painful? I tell them, no, guy, I did it to myself. It doesn't.
It's awesome, man. All right, talk to me about peptide therapy. There's so much misinformation. I mean,
and actually, if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, I have a hashtag #TheRealPeptidesMD. And my goal there is not for financial purposes. I'm just overwhelmed by the amount of gym bros and desperate housewives and 90-year-olds that are misinforming the people. They're obtaining stuff from China. Well, nothing wrong against China, but it's the gray market. So I've been impressed by hearing all this. Just use this and use that and mix it with a little bit of this. And that's what's leading the FDA to take a stance on these substances, because people are doing stupid stuff out there without medical guidance or supervision. So in my case, you don't have to worry about getting research peptides. They're third-party tested, compounded, reliable pharmacies. They're being managed by a physician. This is optional therapy, so I have to disclose. If you want to do this optional therapy, I will give you full disclosure. None of these therapies are FDA approved, but guess what? They do work, and they want to take them away from us. So the FDA clawed them back because the public is going crazy. So the FDA acts on behalf of the public and sets public health policy, but they don't tell the physician what to do. Some people have commented on the TikTok page, oh, you're just going to get put in prison by the FBI. I said, listen, I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not going to sell you snake oil, but you have to understand that it's not what Joe Schmo doctor down the street is going to recommend. They probably think I'm crazy, but these therapies work, and I've done them on myself. I don't prescribe any peptide that I haven't tried. Okay? If I haven't tried it, known how it works and what happens to my body, I won't prescribe it to you. So I got into this world of peptide therapies because it worked for me. Gameday gave me the opportunity. I'm having access to the best compounding finance in the world.
Right. What is peptide therapy? What does it address? Or what does it do? What does the progress look like?
I think it's the future of medicine. It is these little molecules called amino acids that are put together. No, they're not really proteins because they're a small sequence of amino acids, less than 50. So it's a chain of 2 plus less than 50 amino acids together that we found that you got this substance in your body that works killing your body. We just take it out, splice it, take it into the lab, take those amino acids, use a synthetic mechanism to recreate it. And we put it back into you, and it's very target specific. So it's not like ibuprofen that it messes up your stomach and then maybe helps your back, but at the same time gives you rectal bleeding and maybe gives you reflux and
Right.
you get rebound effects. No, in this case, peptide therapy, we call it cellular medicine. We go to the cellular membrane or the nuclei of the cell, okay, to target a specific receptor to make them elicit a function that your body's supposed to be doing. So we activate a signal. They're little tools, and therefore tools in your toolbox that we can use. Okay, we're going to use this one for that and this one for that.
Right.
And this one for pain, this one for inflammation, this one for immune.
So it could be for pain and inflammation as well.
There's peptides for everything. Sexual health, mood, depression, anxiety, chronic pain, fatigue, Lyme disease. I mean, you name it. Weight loss, obviously.
Yeah.
Infertility.
So you're taking this, would it be a powder typically?
So 95% of them are injectables.
Oh, let's go there.
Most of them get destroyed by the stomach juices. I know that online the great market said about liposomal. It takes a lot of technology and funding to get a good liposomal oral peptide. So go ahead and try it. I don't know. But 95% are injectables.
Topical?
There is topical, yeah. Inhale, nasal. There's a few topicals that we can use, especially one of them, the copper peptide, is a cosmetic peptide. So my wife uses for hair, skin. We call it the liquid Botox. So she loves it. It is injectable too. So that's as a physician, we just develop a relationship. I give you treatment options, and we can talk about it. So
Yeah. Yeah, I use a phototherapy. That's a peptide.
oh yeah,
And it's just a sticker. I've been using it. I used it because I had a golfer's elbow. And I had a friend that was using it. And I was working out. My elbow was hurting really bad.
I told you.
I couldn't even sleep on my one side. I couldn't sleep on my right side.
We're not shaking hands. Hurts.
No, it hurt. And so I started taking it within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was wearing brace to work. That's how crazy I think you're right. I think to me peptides they go where they're intended to go.
Yeah.
Where your body needs it. And then they're like a builder.
Yeah.
They just rebuild what's broken.
Yeah. I tell the chances, hey, this is alternative therapy. It works. There is no tons of literature
Right.
to support it, but guess what? What's the biggest research of millions of people using them and coming up saying, you took care of that, and I took care of this, I feel better after that, and look at me, I lost all this fat here, yeah, I sleep better, I feel better. There's options, so you guys do your own reading, and you tell me, and you come back, and we consult, and we'll see if something's right for you.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's talk about what I'm a first-time patient.
Yeah.
What's a first-time visit gonna look like?
You'll contact either through the internet or you call the office, and you have my wife or one of my medical assistants and nurses talk to you, and we're gonna ask you a few questions and what are your goals and what you're looking to explore. And we have sometimes same-day appointments depending on the bookings. If there is cancellations, we've been growing so fast that it's getting super hard. But I'm really happy. So the guys walk in. You come through the doors. I say, hello, Andrew, come on over. Let me show you the office. This is what we do. It doesn't look kind of office. Wow, this is different. I'll kind of show you my embody machine. So we do vital signs first. We do a comprehensive the typical vital signs, temperature, whatever. We draw your blood. We give you consent for drawing the blood.
Yeah, for sure.
While you're measuring that and cooking your blood, getting spinning and putting in the machines. And then you're getting a body composition analysis. And when you're done with that, I'll bring you to my office. So within a few minutes, you'll get your test results. I'll know what's your testosterone, your PSA, your hemoglobin. I'll get your vital signs. You have already completed before arrival all your forms.
Right.
I prepare. I know who you are. I know what you do. I'm interested. I capture a few data. So what's your lifestyle like? Because I want to know how many kids you got. What do you do for a living? Are you a circadian rhythm guy, kind of disrupted? Are you a night shifter? Are you a police officer? What's your profession like that led you to be here? How has the environment or your lifestyle affected your life, your health to be here? So to get a lot of young kids that don't need to be there, but, more than happy to tell them steroids are not for you, man. Testosterone is not what you need.
Yeah.
You just need to eat healthy and get out there and stop playing video games and get on the sun and do some good to yourself.
Right.
So in an hour, you'll be coming out with a treatment plan that is the right thing for you. Testosterone might not be for you. At least you came. You got to know your numbers. You don't owe me a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Last thing, what's the catch? Free consult by a doctor for an hour? I say, the catch is, if you appreciated 1 hour of my time and I gave you one tip that could make you a better, healthier person, I'm going to ask you for a Google review.
Yeah, you did. You recommended a couple vitamins, some topical aids, and then peptide. You suggested that.
Yeah.
So in some of the posts that I was reviewing prior to this podcast, some of the people were talking about costs and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that because, for one, like you just said, the consultation's free.
Yeah.
Up front, and there's a reason probably why I'm there, And for me, I was feeling kind of a little bit of a spiral, but I got out of it some peace of mind. Number one. But number two, I got, to know you, and I knew that, if I needed to, I knew it was a safe place to go.
Yeah, it was not the moment for you because your concern was addressed and didn't happen to that one.
That's right.
But
let's talk about a little bit about the cost. So consultation's free.
Yes.
And then you talked a little bit about membership.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. And can we talk a little bit about some of the treatments? Like, I know that there's differences in maybe the amount of treatment somebody may need and stuff like that. So I'm not trying to box you in. But I can't, so that way people understand.
They know what.
And let's be honest.
Yeah.
Guys are the worst at using HSAs.
Oh, yeah.
HSAs are free money that your company gives you. And a lot of time, you take HSAs, and we're the worst at using our insurance because we wait until the last minute. And the other thing is this, we were talking before this, a lot of guys that I know will go to a physical.
Yes.
Yearly or every other year, but they won't go address some of these things that are much more harmful.
Correct.
So they'll go get a physical, and it addresses some health concerns, but what you're doing is you're revamping and optimizing their life. You're converting the zombie into the winner that they were.
Yeah. For example, saying that the guy is drinking 3 Red Bulls a day full of sugar.
Right.
How much is a Red Bull these days? $5?
2 for $5.
2 for $5. So you drink 3.
I don't drink it, but I've bought them for my employee.
Maybe $7 a day. Multiply that 30 days. Could take care of your TRT. So I take your Red Bulls away. I make you healthier. I remove the caffeine and the sugar from your system. And now you can afford your testosterone replacement therapy. So the treatments range. Everybody's a little bit different. The average ticket is around $250, $200 to $250
a month. Okay.
You get access to a VIP concierge direct care practice. You have access to me 24/7 via cell phone, text, phones. Nothing is really emergent in my practice, but the core is TRT. So that ranges. We have a special pricing for veterans, first responders, firefighters. We love you all. My wife's father is a veteran and is an Army vet. So not only us, but across the nation, any game day will give firefighters, first responders, premium pricing. That's awesome. About 20% lower cost than anyone that has not served or is not in the front line. So that's the average ticket price. Obviously, peptide therapy is a little more expensive, and we create a treatment program that will get you to what you need, and price.
Is that orally typically?
A cycle of peptides will last you about 3 months. So,
okay. Yeah, every quarter.
A shop rate therapy, you're looking into about $150 per session, $100 to $150 per session. Our vitamin therapies are remarkably affordable. So if you have a vitamin deficiency or you want to supplement a vitamin, we have a special deal if you're a member to give you. If you just want to come in for a shot of NAD or a B12, we do that too. Yeah, we have obviously the GLP-1s, the medical weight loss programs, which names I have to be careful about mentioning because there's a big war of pharma against compounders and physicians, and they don't want us to use it because they want you to pay $1,200 a month for this. Eli Lilly wants you to pay the bill, but sure, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to work with you, get you on the therapy that you need at a more affordable price, and if you need it, we're going to help you get it compounded the right place, pure, good stuff. So it's not about the money, what's going to cost you. If you look at the investment that you're doing for your life, for your wife, for your kids to be around, maybe around a little longer, I cannot guarantee you that, but you're going to be a better person. So if you have an HSA that you haven't used and you have $7,000 in there, don't wait until December 24th to realize that you need to spend it all. Just go and do your healthcare maintenance. Yeah. We offer in-house labs. You get labs for $250 for the year of services for testosterone. I mean, where can you get that? You go to your primary doctor for a healthcare visit for a screening. Your insurance negotiated $800, so you're responsible for $450. So your lab bill's $800.
Right. And without your personal
insurance pays $450. You're responsible for $400 for one-time basic labs. I give you so many markers, 50 different markers in a visit. And I'll call you back and we'll go over your labs with me, a doctor, calling you back. One of my medical assistants at the very beginning said, no news is good news. Get what? You pay VIP premium cash for your visit and you're going to get VIP care because I care and I want you good. And we're growing so fast, I'm going to probably get more help. And we're growing so fast that we're backing up with the right people and collecting the right people for you to deliver premium care. That's what makes the difference. You're seeing a board-certified physician, and you're getting premium care. You have access to me, and I'm developing friends like you and a network and connections, and we're just happy. I'm just so passionate about it.
Yeah, I can hear it. Can you give us one example of somebody who came in that was completely broken?
Yeah.
And either they came in or their wife drug them in. And some of the things that you did to get them, back to who they were meant to be.
Yeah. Two examples. One, this young guy in his 30s, obviously metabolically not doing the best choices in his life, a little overweight, probably obese, not sleeping good, maybe eating the wrong food, had been in the ER 15 times and Baker acted or held against his will for mental issues related to depression, went to a couple inpatient psych rehab facilities, came to see me with 5 different medications, psychiatric medications, overlapping side effects, and dropped out of his mind. And I checked his testosterone, it was like 82. And I said, listen, I'm not your psychiatrist. I'm not your primary care physician. I'm not telling you what to do. I think all these medications are piling up side effects on you. You're not only depressed because of the meds. I think they're not helping you. Listen, talk to your psychiatrist. If you can wean slowly from all this crap, and one by one without getting withdrawals, and we take care of your low T at the same time and improve all your lifestyle, give me 6 months and give me a chance. This guy blossomed off of meds, sexually hungry again, misdiagnosed, mistreated. He talked to his primary doctor and 2 more physicians. Could you run my testosterone? That's not your problem. You're depressed. No. Physicians get offended. Old-fashioned physicians get offended. If you demand your T checked, I saw a post on Facebook in my group of physicians, not related to testosterone, saying, am I crazy or what? I have from 19-year-olds to 95-year-olds asking for the testosterone to be checked. I'm looking for help and a shoulder to cry on. I'm not going to check it. I'm not going to change my practice. I'm not going to do that BS. Physicians don't like to be told what to do. What we're creating is awareness. We're telling you, I'm not saying everything related to you is low T, no. But if it's something that could be fixed.
If it's 82, then it needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
You're not a guy.
This guy,
you're not you're not the guy you should be at 30.
This guy loves me. He texts me almost every day on advice on what else he could do to get better. Yeah, I'm telling you, he makes me cry sometimes because he's a friend, and just making blossom and be a different man. His hair, his nail, his skin, his demeanor, the way he fits in his clothes.
Different person.
He's a different person.
Yeah. What's your other example?
Ooh, some guy having his wife was going to leave me because of sexual performance issues, and he had no desire. He didn't want her. Women take this very personal.
Yeah.
I think it's their problem when the guy has no libido or virility. They take it so personal. So he was just going through a divorce, and he says, he came and saw me, Dr. O, I'm so depressed. If you can fix my unit, my organ, my penis, if you don't fix this, I think I'm going to commit suicide. I'm like, oh, shoot, this is kind of crazy because I'm in the gray area. Am I calling 911 and Baker, I heard this guy, or is he being serious? Well, what he meant to say is, listen, this is so meaningful to me,
Right.
and I love my wife and kids so much. If my sex life is not fixed, I don't know what I'm going to do. He was just crying for help. And his T was also in the 100s. And actually, he had other metabolic issues that we had to work on. But I said, let me work with your PCP to manage your chronic illnesses. Let me work on your T because your primary didn't feel comfortable managing testosterone. You need to see somebody for your T, so they come through me. But I'm going to work along with your PCP or your specialist to give me permission or a blessing if testosterone is right for you. I'm not going to push the agenda. I'm going to need the blessing of your primary doctor. And if your primary doctor is not invested, I'm going to be the evil guy. So I want to be the good guy that will hold your hand and will cross the border together. But we're going to make this a deal. You work with me, I work with you. Let me see. So one day, after a few months of treatment and a few little tricks that I have under my sleeve to fix your sexual life, he texted me on a Sunday, Dr. Osorio, I wish you could have been here much sooner, but thank you. I had the best night of intimacy with my life. You guys have given me my kiss.
My unit's back.
Yeah. So that's very moving. So the best text messages are Saturday morning, Sunday morning when they have had sex and gotten an erection when they have not gotten one in months or years.
Right. Wow.
So some of them can be fixed, not all can be fixed. Sometimes they came too late and they expect for a Hail Mary. I'm very honest, Lisa. This is what you can expect, right? So I don't sell snake oil, but I'm gonna be honest too.
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
So it's rewarding, very, very rewarding. That's a different thing.
It sounds, man, incredible life.
Yeah.
It's and it's still going.
Yes, still going.
And I think it's like you're a kid again.
Yeah.
You're vibrant again, excited, expanding practices.
I really love it. It saved my life. I'm so depressed, burnout. Gameday, and Evan Miller knows it. Dr. Hall, the CMO, knows it. I'm very open about it. People see the passion that I have for it, and I submitted the resignation for my hospital privileges yesterday.
I know, you told me that.
I told this amazing. I told my colleagues, see you guys, I'm never looking back. This is my thing. I found my niche.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
My wife too. So she's awesome. So if you guys call, very likely you're gonna talk to Andrea. I'm the owner, and the doctor is my husband. So she has a vested interest, obviously, but she talks the talks and walks the walk. She's so good.
We've already started the next segment. Shout out. So you mentioned your wife a bunch. I know and your kids, obviously big parts of your life. And then your CMO, Gameday, obviously big factor.
Dr. Salim Mohammed.
Yes.
He's the one that called me, hey dude. He's like that. He's bilingual. So Indian descent, immigrant. He was into venture capitalist New York, went into medicine to just kind of enhance his business career, but he's the most charming Indian American good looking guy that I ever seen. Huge EQ. So he invited me over and said, dude, I think you and I click, and we have clicked since the very beginning. You want to be part of this? You want to be part of the medical advisory board? So we clicked, we connected, he brought me along, so it's 15 of us just having fun and making men better across, hopefully, the planet soon. Canada and the United States.
Can't wait to see it and watch it and hear about it.
Blowing up.
Yes, I love it,
So
man.
it's gonna come to the moment that if you are not a game day guy, you're not seeing the right doctor.
I think so.
It's gonna come to that. Yeah, trust me. Give me 5 years.
I like
Maybe less.
I like the business structure of seeing less patients, but being more personal.
The red patient care, no insurance, and
Well, and the other thing is this. I've never had a conversation with a doctor the way I had a conversation with you. Some of the language we use,
oh yeah,
some of the phrases we use,
yeah.
I was pretty open.
Yeah, we're gonna get down and dirty. Sometimes the terms that we use to manifest our emotions are gonna be really sometimes inappropriate in social environment. But it's just you and I, and there is no micro. It's just you and I.
I mean, it doesn't hurt the fact that you're a fit guy, you look, you're vibrant, and you're talking the talk. And so I'm like, this guy's already doing it.
Yeah,
I need to, okay, tell me about this, tell me about that.
I'm the living proof that testosterone changed my life.
Right.
And peptide therapy, the last year and a half, changed my life. And I have never seen my abs since my early 20s. I can see them all.
What other shout outs you want to give?
Shout out. So, Dr. Kelly O'Keefe,
Okay.
he gave me the opportunity to become a board certified residency trained emergency physician and gave me the chance to fulfill my childhood dream. To my dad that believed in me, and he lost his job when I needed him the most, and we were kind of financially in need, but found a way to work hard to get me where I am and work long hours to feed my dream and send me dollars to do all the things I needed to do. My mom, that has been a silent virgin behind my dad, quietly making sure that his kids fulfill his dreams. To my brother that lended him money to pay for my studies in America. Yeah. And Dr. O'Keefe, I said that gave me the opportunity. Dr. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. So my wife that saved my life gave me opportunity on game day and got me here. So probably I'm around because of her. And Dr. Hall that made me part of this phenomenal group of people, and Dr. Luis Haro that got me into Tyler, convinced me to come to his community.
If somebody's not mentioned, that doesn't mean that you don't appreciate it. Don't think.
Today, I'll show you my Facebook page. Last night when I resigned, I wrote what it would be almost my epitaph or my last, somebody reading what I would like to be read or to be remembered as I wanted to be remembered, because I closed a chapter. So there is so many people that has been there. So this is just a new me in the last 10 years, and I'm going to be having fun. So many people, thank you too. Yeah, for having me over, because
It's been amazing.
you're fun. You're so engaging, by the way. I can tell that you've been doing this for a while.
For a little bit.
So yeah, this has been awesome, bros.
I'm gonna do a shout. Sometimes I do it. Sometimes I will do it. You inspired me to do it. My dad let me borrow $800 when I was in college. I ran short because I was paying cash, and I ran $800 short. And I never liked borrowing money from him because I knew that he'd be on my ass all the time to pay it back. But he kept me in school, and I got my degree. And I knew he was proud. I wasn't like the valedictorian by any means. My sister was, and but it kept me in school and it kept me engaged, and I finished it. But without that 800, I called him on the last day, of course. I'm $800 short. I did everything I could do, and he said yes. And thankfully he did. I got through that one challenge of many challenges, and I'm sure he'll appreciate me mentioning it, because he definitely remembers me borrow the money.
Yeah, I had a tough dad, and I think he has softened over the years, and he never really told me that he loved me early on in life, but now he constantly does. And
Oh yeah,
but that's very, very nice.
my parents are coming to visit next weekend. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, guys, come and see us. Game day. We're next to Bernard's. Come and eat at Bernard's, and then you come and see me. Or where's that? Yeah, right there. We're at the Grand Plaza, the Grande Plaza. Next, you cannot even see me, but call me. Just look me up.
Gameday Tyler. It's super nice website. You can book an appointment on the website as well. That's how I put it. Or you can call. Super attentive. Actually, I booked the appointment and I got a text message after I booked it from your wife and was like, hey, introducing, and then sent me the paperwork via text message or email, one of the two. So it was super simple, easy. It's set up for guys. It's like, don't make it hard for me to come and see you.
Before you say goodbye, 11:34, 2 weeks ago, this guy had a problem with his wife. His wife finally told me, you need to go and take care of business. He logs on, clicks in, requests an appointment. I call him back 2 minutes later. He's like, oh my God, what are you doing calling me at 11:36? He said, I'm the owner. I think you want to see me. Why don't you come in? When have you had the physician call you to come out? And we get you in. And the guy was there. I have an opening from 10 to 11 and one from 1 to 2. Can you get me seen at 10? I'm too busy always. We got him in right then. Boom. Health. He's ready.
Okay.
Boom.
And he's getting all the services and then a one-on-one conversation covering all of the metrics.
We guys, we need one moment, one contact. And after that, he's like, bring it on, dude. Okay, whatever. I'm in.
I love it.
I love you, bro.
Man, I love what you're doing. I look forward to talking to you. Every time I talk to you, man, I feel the energy.
You don't need me now, but maybe in 10 years.
No, man, I do. I need you. I just want to chat with you because it's a ton of energy. You bring people up.
Thank you.
And I am so glad that you didn't get in a car and do anything dumb because you're impacting so many people now.
I feel good.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
And you've got your wife and your kids, and you're making a difference.
Thank you. No, I really much thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to getting the message to the public, and hopefully I see you guys soon.
Yeah. See you next time.